All right, so in this video, I'm gonna be talking about 11 companies that are almost always hiring work from home jobs worldwide. So if you like this type of content and you want to see me making more of it, let me know by cheersing the like button, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so number one is going to be GE Health. And this is a company that specializes in the development of advanced medical technology, but they also do pharmaceutical diagnostics and provide digital health solutions. And they run a development program for individuals that want to be employed in the industry. And they even mention on their website that many of their senior leaders started off in this development program. Now they hire for a lot of different positions. I'm just going to name a few of them, and some of the salaries they pay are going to be $34,000 to $52,000 a year for imaging specialists, $62,000 to $89,000 a year for field service engineers, and $97,000 to $159,000 a year for clinical applications specialists. Now, of course, I provided a range of jobs there. Some of them are going to be entry level, some of them are going to require experience. But overall, this company has really good ratings on Glassdoor, a 4.3 overall rating, while 93% of the employees approve of the CEO. And many of the jobs are available remote, but some of them do require you to be in a specific area. And they also offer really good benefits. So yeah, this is a really good one to look into. Lots of opportunities in the healthcare industry. And many of these jobs are overlooked because, let's be honest, they're not as sexy as working in business or technology. The next one on the list is going to be RSA. And RSA is a company that creates advanced software to help organizations protect their computer systems and data using artificial intelligence. So this is a real big brain company, and they basically focus on making sure that the right people have the right access to secure information, and they help organizations manage security risks effectively. So cybersecurity and protecting information and data is absolutely massive right now, and there's so many opportunities here. And they hire for a ton of different remote jobs. For instance, developers make about $81,000 a year, business enablement specialists make about $69,000, and alliance managers make about $206,000 a year. They also have really good benefits like the RSA security retirement plan. They offer job training, they offer legal assistance, and they have relatively flexible hours. So you would go to this exact URL in order to apply for a job and check out the different jobs that they have available. And yeah, this one has a really good reputation online, very solid, lots of different jobs available, definitely one to look into. Next one on the list is going to be Qiagen, which I probably am pronouncing this one wrong. Qiagen, I don't know. Anyways, this company provides solutions for molecular testing to over 500,000 customers, aiding them in deriving insights from DNA, RNA, and proteins. So they basically specialize in transforming samples into insights, thus enabling advancements in life sciences and improving life. Now, some of the highlights for this company are they do offer a training and mentorship program in finance and marketing. And while it's not remote, the company will cover the corresponding costs and will assist you in finding accommodation. And then after the training program, once you have some experience, you can apply for a remote job, or you can just skip the training program and apply directly. Now, here are some common jobs that you could apply for and how much they pay. Clinical study leads make between $74,000 and $119,000 a year. Account managers make $117,000 to $196,000 a year, and field service specialists make $61,000 to $88,000 a year. So really good money. They also offer phenomenal rewards and benefits. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check it out if you want to. They also have good ratings online from current and former employees, and you can apply for a job with them by going to this link and checking out the different job opportunities. By the way, comment below what you think about these job opportunities and which ones you like the most. I always like reading your comments, and they do affect how I make these videos and how I research them. Next on the list is going to be TransPerfect. And this is a company that helps other businesses communicate in different languages by offering translation services. And they have grown into the world's largest language services provider with over 6,000 employees and offices in over 100 cities. And they help companies worldwide overcome language barriers and expand their global footprint. Oh, and by the way, they operate in at least 46 different countries. And some of the jobs they typically hire for are going to be interpreters who make $37,000 to $64,000 a year, and customer service representatives who make $16 to $20 per hour. Now, this is another company that has really good ratings online. I only post those types of companies on this channel typically. And yeah, pretty good benefits. This is a good one to look into. You can check them out by going to this link, which I'll put up on the screen, and looking into the different types of jobs. Next one on the list is going to be Samsara. And this is a worldwide company that offers a cloud-based fleet management solution that helps small and mid-sized fleet businesses track their vehicles, vehicles, monitor driver behavior, and ensure compliance with regulations. And this solution includes features such as GPS tracking and data collection for better fleet optimization and compliance. Now, some highlights for this company is they were named as one of the UK's best workplaces in tech by Great Place to Work. They're also named one of the best workplaces to work in the US by Built In, and they call their workers Samsarians. They also have a ton of perks and benefits. I'll have those pop up on the screen if you want to check them out. And some of the jobs they typically hire for are going to be customer training specialists at $75,000 to $111,000 a year, a manager for IT application engineers at $135,000 to $198,000 a year, and a staff accountant at $59,000 to $86,000 a year. So they hire for many different positions across the board. They also have phenomenal ratings online, a 4.5-star Glassdoor rating from former and current employees, and 98% of them approve of the CEO. Now, by the way, one of the jobs they hire for is an entry-level tech sales position. And tech sales is one of those careers that I've talked about extensively on this channel. I've also interviewed a bunch of people who have been able to easily get jobs in tech sales. Many of them did not have a college degree or any previous experience, and they all went through my friend Troy's company, which is Course Careers. And Course Careers does have a free training on tech sales, which I'll put down in the description, as well as the pinned comment below. And if you choose to go through their full certificate program, if you click that link, you will get $50 off. So definitely check it out. Really good company, really good job to go into, especially at the entry level. And the next one on the list is going to be Deel. This is another worldwide company that hires remotely all around the world, and they specialize in providing hiring and payment services for companies hiring international employees and contractors. And one thing they say right on the website is they believe in work without borders. They have lots of different rewards and benefits, and they hire for a multitude of different jobs, including customer success managers, which they pay about $175,000 a year, client onboarding managers, which they pay about $101,000 a year, and their customer support representatives make about $71,000 a year. And on top of that, they have a great reputation online. Their employees really enjoy working at the company. So this would be one of those higher end companies to work for, probably a little harder to get hired for this company, especially if you're trying to get like an entry-level job and you don't have any experience, but still a really good one to look into and work towards. Next on the list is going to be Blackline. So this is a company that hires in the US, UK, India, Australia, France, Romania, and Mexico. And they are a leading provider in cloud software that automates and controls financial close and accounting processes. And basically they help companies close faster with complete and accurate results. And they help companies transition from traditional accounting to modern accounting by unifying data and processes. They also help them to automate repetitive tasks and enhance accountability through visibility. Now, this is a company that's been voted best place to work by Inc. magazine 4 years in a row. And Built in LA ranks Blackline in their top 100 best places to work in LA. And they also have many other different awards and accolades, and I'm not gonna bore you by talking about all of them. But overall, this is a great company to work for that has a great reputation online. They also have lots of perks and benefits, and they hire for a multitude of different jobs. So for customer success managers, they pay about $132,000 a year. For account managers, they pay about $104,000 to $139,000 a year. And for senior optimization consultants, they pay $109,000 to $155,000 a year. So this is another one that's a little bit more of a high-end company, probably gonna be a little harder if you don't have much experience or you're just trying to get an entry-level job, but definitely a good one to look into if you do have some experience. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, if you enjoy all the crazy amounts of research that my team and I do to find these diamonds in the rough type companies, go ahead and share this with a friend. I'll appreciate it and your friend will appreciate it as well. Next on the list is going to be a company called Headway. And this is a company that's addressing the problem of limited access to affordable mental health care. And they do this by creating a nationwide network of therapists who accept insurance, which benefits both therapists and individuals seeking affordable care. Now, this is an up-and-coming company that's already been featured in Forbes magazine. They also have great perks and benefits, and there's several different types of careers that they hire for. So for customer experience associates, they pay about $54,000 to $67,000 a year. For people who have clinical lead, patient, and provider experience, they pay about $116,000 to $145,000 a year. For business systems analysts and revenue operations, they pay $100,000 to $125,000 a year. And for credentialing specialists, they pay $64,000 to $80,000 a year. And they also have kind of a weird thing they do with the salary where they will pay people more or less depending on where they live. So if you live in San Francisco or New York, you're probably gonna get paid more than if you live in Lawrence, Kansas. Now, they are a startup, so they have startup culture, and that typically means that they expect more from their employees, but they still have pretty good ratings online for a startup. And if you're someone who really wants to learn a lot, I highly recommend working for a smaller business or a startup. It is going to be more challenging. There's probably less perks and benefits, but you're gonna learn a lot more typically. Next on the list is going to be SpeakRight. And this is a company that offers human-powered transcription services, and they specialize in areas like legal and law enforcement. And they assist organizations as well as individuals in producing efficient and accurate documents. And they have job availabilities in the United States and Canada. Now, this is also a family-run company, so it's a bit smaller, so you're gonna get more of that kind of small company slash startup vibe. And there are options to work just part-time, so you don't have to work full-time for them. And on average, their part-time workers are making about $450 per month, with the top monthly workers making $3,400 per month as transcriptionists. And in general, full-time transcriptionists at this company make about $42,000 a year. And legal transcriptionists make a bit more at about $53,000 a year. So yeah, another good company to work for. Definitely has more of a startup vibe to it. Also quite a bit easier to get into than a lot of the other companies on this list. I wouldn't say that transcriptionist is something you want to do for the rest of your career, but it can be a really good place to start, get some experience, get your foot in the door when it comes to getting a remote job. Next on the list is going to be a company that I actually like a lot and use myself, and that's going to be Headspace. And Headspace offers accessible mental health support through its flagship app, providing mindfulness tools and digital resources for daily life. So I personally have used Headspace many times in order to meditate. Now, I haven't used any of their other solutions, but they actually offer a lot more than just guided meditation. They provide enterprise solutions that combine coaching, therapy, psychiatry, and EAP services, all aimed at promoting mental well-being and productivity. Now, this is not sponsored, by the way. I'm not sponsoring anybody in this video, but this is a well-known company that many YouTubers have talked about. And the company app is used in over 190 countries around the world with over 70 million members. And the app has been reviewed over 600,000 times. So to put it simply, this is a very popular company. Now, they hire for a multitude of different positions, but some of them are going to be senior manager of care and training and implementation, and that pays about $81,000 to $123,000 a year. Staff therapists get paid about $28 to $36 per hour, and senior copywriters make about $83,000 to $117,000 a year. So this is another company that's more of a startup, so it's gonna have that startup culture where they are gonna expect more from you, but it can still be a really good opportunity, and they are hiring quite a bit. Next one on the list is another company that I really like, and that's going to be Aira. That's AIRA. And this is a company that hires in most US states, and they offer live visual interpretation to people who are blind or vision impaired. And this basically helps them to navigate and understand their surroundings. And basically an example of something they would do is they would have somebody wear Google Glass, and this person is of course vision impaired or blind, and then let's say they're doing something on their computer, like they're trying to order something, or they're at a restaurant trying to look at a menu. Someone will actually be looking at the live stream on a computer remotely, and they'll be telling them exactly what they're seeing. So really, really cool service, and obviously that drastically improves the life of people who need it. Now, the workers here are called Aira agents, and this company not only partners with businesses, but they also partner with schools and universities. Now, as an Aira agent, you would make about $15 per hour. They pay you for the training, it's relatively flexible, and you have decent benefits. So this is one of those positions that's more entry level. You don't need a lot of experience to get into it. It can also be a very rewarding position because you're helping out people that really need it. And this has relatively good ratings online for a company that's new and it's kind of a startup. So another really good one for you to look into. Now, if you didn't find a company that you liked on this list, or if you just want to see 17 more companies, I did make a video on 17 work from home job companies that are always hiring, and you can check that out by clicking right here.